Hey everybody, this is Agent Ortiz with AMO Fitness, and today we're going to be going over burpees. So burpees are a 6-part movement that were actually originally designed by a guy named Royal H. Burpee. He was a physiologist, and it was actually a 4-part move, and you're supposed to only do it 4 times as a test for cardiovascular conditioning. What happens now is burpees have been a little bit misconstrued. They've been involved with high rep, high volume type of activities. As a strength and conditioning coach, the needs of the athlete always come first to my programming. So if an athlete is required to do burpees for whatever reason, their strength and conditioning coach at college is going to require them to do 50 burpees in a minute, you need to be able to prepare them to do that. It can't be like, oh, you know what, we're just going to do squat jumps and you'll figure it out. You need to mechanically prepare them. Okay, as long as there's a lot of Spartan athletes, rugby athletes, I know I've done a million of them in my lifetime, combat athletes such as MMA, football, they're going to have to do burpees. So the best thing to do is prepare them to do it right. Burpees, if programmed, should be programmed as designed. They're a plyometric activity, which means there's a concentric and eccentric phase to it. I've seen burpees usually when they're done, they start with a lumbar movement. So usually when I see a burpee, it looks like this. Most people just reach down, touch the ground, and there's no stretch shortening here. There's no load, unload, jump. This is what I usually see a burpee. So it comes from your back, and then I see people do this. They kind of just spring load, and their hips are all over the place. Their knees touch the ground, and then when they jump, they're in this weird position here. You know, their knees are in, and they come up, do some weird thing. Their knees collapse, and they touch the ground, and they do this again, you know, or they're this, and then a half burpee, and then it's, oh man, I'm doing all these reps. That isn't a burpee at all. I actually don't even know what that is. Okay, so if you're going to do a burpee, train the athlete to do it correctly. The first thing you want to do is pull yourself into a squat. Okay, so I'm going to pull myself into the squat so my hands touch. Okay, what if your athlete cannot do that? Put an object in front of them that they can pull down and hold on to. So the first step is to pull down to the squat. Next, I would recommend with a flat back to stiffen your legs out. Squeeze your butt. Okay? Hold this position, then bring the feet back up, drop that butt up again, and stand up. That would be the first set I would go through to mechanically prepare them. They might have the hip flexibility. They might be able to get down here, and this might be really uncomfortable, so have them rock forward. Okay? Go up. They might not be able to bring their feet up in this position. That's a pretty hard position to bring your feet back up into. All right, especially be able to jump and land in this position and then come back down again. So what we really want to do is prepare the athletes. I like to break the burpee up if they have to do it, to one, quickly descend and drop to the ground. Okay, so you can do this for a couple reps. Drop down quickly, touch the ground safely. Okay, they should be able to feel their core when they touch. Next, the second part, have them squeeze their abs very tightly, extend 1 foot at a time. Okay, so my kneecaps are nice and stiff. From the side angle, okay, I'm nice and straight. My butt's not in the air. My butt's not sagging. I cannot jump from this position. Okay, I cannot jump with a sagged back. You can't jump adequately from here. I can't jump adequately from here. Okay? So next I'll just work on stepping it forward. All right? The progression to that would be pull. Okay? Jump and squeeze the butt very quickly. So as I jump my feet back, I'm going to squeeze my butt. So I land in a safe plank. Then again, I'm going to step my hips forward and stand up. That would be level 3. Level 4 part of the burpee is to spring load that bottom position correctly. So it's getting down safely, spring loading back in. Okay, I'm still low and I can still come back up. Now, like I said, that's the original version of the burpee that was 4 steps. So it's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, stand up. what we've done is we've added that fifth explosive component, that triple extension at the top. Honestly, I really don't feel comfortable programming burpees at all, but I do feel comfortable giving the athlete a 4-point progression to the last part to be able to work with that if they have to do high reps. At least I know that they've got the tools and the mechanical structure to be able to complete those if they do have to do them for a minute, which is absolutely ridiculous, but we can't change what the coach's program is. We can't change Spartan 30 burpees, but what we can do as coaches is we can prepare our athletes safely for the required demands of the sport. Now, these aren't sport demands. These are demands that they're going to have to do during practice, okay? So again, if we were to do the whole thing quickly, we're going to go down, squeeze my butt, squeeze in, up, and pull back down into that squat safely from the front. Down, chest up, chest up, chest up, up, land, and I will just keep recycling that. All right, so again, that's the burpee, all right? I really, like I said, if you're using that as your specific plyometric exercise, I just really think there's a million other better exercises that you can choose. Squat jumps, kettlebell swings, split jumps under loads, skater jumps, multi-directional work. But we can't be negligent and not prepare our athletes for stuff that they're going to end up doing, okay? So that's Asian Ortiz, AMO Fitness, and my take on the burpee.